Hi, everybody. This is Vandana. We're going to be getting started in about 3 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me today on this Galactic Healing Practitioner Program introduction. So I'm excited to take you on another cosmic sacred soul journey and answer your questions about this exciting new accelerated light transformational healing course and curriculum that's coming up shortly. So we'll just wait and just invite everybody into this very sacred womb-like rebirthing room on Zoom. Thank you everyone for joining. You can chat in, and if you have a question anytime throughout our sacred gathering together, please let me know. I'll be checking the chat box periodically, but thank you, beloveds. It's so beautiful to see you all here. Wow. We have so many people from all over the world that have signed up for today's call. So I'm deeply honored and grateful for your presence. Yes, so let me just welcome people by name to make everyone feel special and at home here in their own, I call them a womb pod, right? And this is where all of the galactic healing takes place by the divine doctors and spirit surgeons. So hi, Mary, welcome to your womb pod. Hi, Olga, welcome. Pam, hi. Sergio, hi. Suzanne, hi. Valeria, hi, welcome to your private, sacred, serene rebirthing room. Thank you for allowing yourself to come and play. Hi, Siglind, welcome. Thank you so much. Just get comfy and cozy and just drop in and just really allow yourself to fully return back to the mother of your own body, your own Christed body temple. We're going to be doing in this course a lot of reparenting, rebirthing, repatterning, and restructuring so that we can really allow ourselves to hold and absorb as empaths, starseeds, and sensitive souls, 100% pure light in our luminous light bodies as we ascend to the higher dimensions with a lot more ease and grace. So this course is really about helping us to dissolve the false masks, false beliefs, and all that dense armor, right? So we just had a few more people. Hi, Olga, greetings from Florida, from Mary from Charlotte. Yeah, everyone say, that's so funny. Everyone already knows everyone already read my mind telepathically. I love that. Hi, Valeria from Italy. Hi, Suzanne from the UK. I was going to ask you, please chat in where you're calling from, where you're logging in from, wherever you are on the planet. And go ahead and just chat in what you would like to receive out of today's call or what your questions are about this really exciting, brand new, updated, upgraded, downloaded program. This is a divinely downloaded, structured program from the Great White Lodge, from Shambhala, so from the ancient civilizations, the golden cities of light, the healing hospitals, the treatment centers, the temple of rest, respite, recovery, longevity, and immortality. So you're all now being flooded with 100% pure, liquid, crystal, Christed, holy light. So just take that in, breathe that in, absorb that in to every pore, every chakra, every opening, top of your head, the tips of your toes, the soles of your feet, in front, in back, left, right, above you, below you. As above, so below. So let's get started now. Remember, please chat in your questions about this exciting program that I'm going to be teaching. This work, this greater work, these teachings, this ancient and new earth wisdom, galactic and earth wisdom, is a compilation of all of the accelerated light healing courses and sessions and information that has come through since the end of 2012. And what I noticed, excuse me, what I've been noticing is that over the last year or two, the frequencies, and I'm sure everyone is feeling this, the more open, sensitive, and empathic you are, the deeper your feelings run, the more you're noticing the accelerated light, the galactic light from the galactic core, just streaming, radiating, and flooding us with infinite light waves so that we can access and embody our fullest potential and the greatest galactic growth. So whatever we've been hiding, whatever we've been suppressing, repressing, or unaware or unconscious about, whatever untreated, unresolved stress, struggle, or trauma we're still carrying in these beautiful bodies of ours and the gift of a body, whatever needs to be rearranged or unlocked or unpacked will be. And it's happening faster and faster at the speed of light, even faster than the speed of light. So we also know that if there's any negativity or toxicity on a cellular level in our DNA, in our telomeres, in our muscle memories, in our chakras, nadis, meridians, any part of our energetics or our columns of light, you can call it, that it will be uncovered. It will be revealed. So whatever you've been concealing will be revealed. The truth is coming to the surface. You know, just like when you were a teenager and you had those nasty zits, right? And they were underneath, you know, like caused by some type of bad bacteria or some type of parasite or pollutant. And that could be a parasitic or polluted or a poisonous thought or belief as well. So whatever is hiding out in the background of your mind or under your skin or in the skin you're in will come out to the surface faster, so it can be healed, so it can be heard, seen, honored, appreciated, acknowledged, and then recycled, repurposed back to the love and light that it originally once was. So whatever we feel is ugly about us or shameful about us, or wherever there's a hidden, buried unworthiness program or ancestrally passed on, generational, intergenerationally, gestationally, genetically passed on to us at birth, and even in the womb, we carry wounds that we actually absorb from our birth biological mothers. So whatever it is that's still trapped, you know, inside of us, even if it's our own soul voice that is just yearning to be heard so that we can speak our truth, because this is the timeline, the golden paradigm of truth, transparency, authenticity, integrity in the timeline on this new earth that we're all birthing together in unity and community. So this is the new earth paradigm. We need higher vibrational, higher frequency tools, processes, techniques, awarenesses that we can use to heal ourselves, to awaken ourselves, to awaken the planet as paradigm shifters and ascension heart awakeners. This energy and frequency that you're feeling right now is only available from our Merkaba, which is a light ascension vehicle. So our heart's Merkaba. And through the gateways, the stargates of our open, Christed, lotus heart blossom, that is the only way that we can make the change from the inside out, not so much from the outside in. So welcome again to everyone who's just logging on. Let me check the chat box to see if anyone else has a question for me. And then I'll just go through the program week by week. I really want to make this easy for people to integrate and assimilate with infinite ease and amazing grace, right? So let's take a look. Yeah, we need these new tools for sure. So Pam is saying Pam would like to heal from trauma and past life issues, which we always, if it's unaddressed and unresolved or any soul contracts unfulfilled, then it's just going to sort of follow us from lifetime to lifetime, right? And even between veils, between worlds, and between dimensions. So yes, thank you for that. And Sigline says, Vandan, I'd like to know how you receive this information, the direct downloads and or from guides, Dr. Lorfan or other beings. So that's a great question. Thank you for asking. I'd like to know that myself. For a long time, I really wasn't sure. Someone once said to me, do you like have this like direct link with God or something? Like, is your finger always like on that pulse, that lifeline, that God line? And I sort of understood what she meant. I didn't know how I was doing it. It would just come, and the more aware, the more conscious, and actually, even interestingly and ironically enough, the more struggles, challenges, and adversity that I experience in my personal life, and whatever challenges or blocks, I always look at everything, when I start looking at everything as a gift and a blessing and an opportunity to turn that around, to be my own timeline transmuter, so to speak, then I always was able to tap into and receive the information through all of my opened senses. So that's most of the time I receive downloads in dream time. And this is, interestingly enough, the time when we're the most receptive, when we're the most open, when our minds are quiet, or at least quieter, because we're generally in the theta or delta stages of sleep and rest. So our brain waves are moving more slowly. There is more of a calmness and an emptiness and an openness, and our bodies are also are at rest. So we're the most receptive, and this is when over the years, the galactic divine helpers, healers, doctors, and surgeons came through. Little by little, it started with the earth, really, with the earth doctors, like the Himalayan healing masters from the ashrams in Tibet, Nepal, and Mount Kailash. It started with the more of a shamanic medical assistance or doctoring that felt very grounding and supportive, that it started here. And then it went underground into the inner earth, the realms of Agartha, and some people say Shambhala, or the halls of Amenti, where our inner earth records, our inner earth Akashic records are stored. And also the beings, the advanced beings from Lemuria and Telos. So these are the inner earth guides, guardians, ancients, elders, the forgotten ones. So what I've come to realize over the years, Sigline, and everyone else I'm sure who's curious about this, is it all starts here in this body, but we also need to be plugged in to the higher dimension. So I'll say that again. We need to be here, but we can also coexist everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. It's important. It's not only important, it's essential to hold these higher frequencies and vibrations in our bodies, in our minds, in our hearts, our guts, our spine and nervous system. And at the same time, to ground all this energy, to absorb, to be able to hold 100% pure galactic light from the galactic core above us in our own body's core, and also streamlining all the way down to the Earth's core. And this sets up that link above us and below us. And we are that connecting rainbow bridge of heaven on earth. We are spirit in physical form, right? We are divine humans. So little by little, people started resonating more and more with the truth, another new earth truth that was starting to become more and more apparent, that so there aren't only divine complements and spiritual counterparts to our 3D medical healthcare team, and we know about the dynamics of that. But there's also every single specialist, therapist, every doctor, or every expert in mind-body medicine. So spiritual, shamanic, all types of medicine, everything is inclusive. And what we've been struggling with over the last, 50, 100 years is that there's so much separation, which doesn't work for us. It doesn't heal, support, serve us, or extend our lives. And many bodies are actually leaving the planet, unfortunately, sadly, because of the lack of a good quality or a superior medical care or healthcare system. So when I looked inside and when I was working to heal myself and the pain that I was in, thank God nothing serious, but just sciatica, back pain, some arthritic, just things like neck pain, tension, and all that. I realized, even I had kidney stones, and I called in the divine doctors when I became aware that there must be a team, a God team, that oversees and overlights not only us, but all of our healthcare providers and practitioners. And these are the magical, medical, miraculous healing team that also has this expertise, this training, that actually are located in the Great White Lodge healing hospitals in the higher realms and the inner planes, right, in Shambhala. And they're off planet, and they contain, they hold 100% pure light, and they oversee and overlight us before, if we have to have surgery. They consult with us, they give us messages, they share in dream time, or anytime you're in meditation or deep contemplation, they'll share with you messages through the spoken word or through a physical image or just a knowing. The more you embody the frequency of trust and faith, and the more you allow and give your inner child permission to unpack and unwind the doubt and fear and override that with trust and faith. So the more open you are to receiving the quantum healing master advanced technology from our star families, or the star doctors, right? And we call them, Dr. Lorfan, the galactic physicians or the cosmic doctors. So Dr. Lorfan came through, I just want to share this with you. He's the one that everyone most relates to. Everyone loves Dr. Lorfan, and the Arcturians, of course, but each one carries its own magical, multidimensional medical miracles. And this can be physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual, or even on a soul level. We all have lived through great adversity, trauma. We absorb it, we witness it, we observe it from our earth family, but we also still carry it. And in the field of epigenetics, we know that this is true. But we know also that we can change that if we change our inner environment. And interestingly enough, our inner pharmacy, which is inside of us, has all the medicine that we need to become the greatest avatar awakener that this planet has ever seen, which allows you to feel that you have a safety net under your feet and above you, that you are that bridge, that connecting bridge that not only has these quantum healing tools inside that know, but already knows, is hardwired, knows how to heal. We know how to heal ourselves. But if we carry poisonous thoughts, impurities, toxicities, negativities, or any untreated or unresolved trauma, stories, you know, shocking events, loss, abandonment, then parts of us broke off, parts of our soul actually left. And that's the fight, the flight, and the fear mechanisms, right, in our lower survival reptilian brain. This is why we need to tap into our higher minds, our higher selves, our mighty and majestic I am presence, and our soul specialists or our star doctors. We even have star hunas and kahunas. We have star medicine men and women. We have divine alchemists. We have timeline transformers. You name it. And you'll be learning this in the class. But Siglind, I hope this answers your questions. So they come 24/7 when I've asked, when I've invited, and I've invoked them in and said, please, Divine Healing Intervention Team, because everyone has one, because we are souls. We don't just have a soul, we are souls. And once we can integrate our soul bodies into our physical bodies, we can assimilate and integrate and recapture and recover ourselves, all the versions of ourselves that are unwell or unhealed, the easier it is for us to lift ourselves up, to heal ourselves, our loved ones, and the planet. So everyone has an invisible team. Some people are more clairvoyant, so they can see their team. Some people can hear their voices or whispers or nudges or just glimpses of these benevolent Christed doctors and nurses and doulas that are here to rebirth and resurrect us. So I hope, again, that answers your question. Let me take a look. Beautiful. Thank you so much for, really for chatting in. So Olga says, thank you, Olga. Your healing energy is amazing. I feel more connected than ever. I feel like I'm an old soul, still looking for my true purpose. Yes, you are. And everyone who senses Dr. Lorphin and the Arcturian medical teams, the celestials, the angelics, in the stars, in the Milky Way, the solar system, everyone on this call and everyone who will be tapping into the energy and frequency of this information, this education, right, is an old soul, has already worked with Dr. Lorphan or has studied in the mystical and magical mystery schools, the holy lands, all of these magical alchemical teachings and schools and the inner realms and the inner planes that are still happening, right? So this is a continuum. So it's not like when we die, we'll, have to be reincarnated and forget everything. I mean, this is an ongoing process. We know as souls, our consciousness never dies. So the education, it's a continuum, and it's continual learning, studying, and teaching. So we're all seekers, learners, teachers, guides, and gurus, all rolled into this one beautiful beaming ball of light. So thank you. Yes, you are an old soul. And if any of this rings a bell, because many of you have said over the last year or two, oh my goodness, I feel every time you even mention the name Dr. Lorfan, I get the goosebumps, or I call them like angel bumps, right? I get these chills where I feel this tingling or these sort of these sensations, or it feels like pulsations of light, just like kind of lighting me up, right? And that's because you have worked with him, and especially if this particular galactic physician, who they say is the the most gifted and sort of like the head doctor, right? The one that oversees and overlights the assistants. And the assistants are also doctors, and there are earth doctors, there are star doctors. You'll be learning about that in the program. But many of the galactic physicians and practitioners, I call them the cosmic care provider team, they are from star Sirius, planet Arcturus, and so they'll be, during the 6-week course, you will actually be learning and practicing how to safely and sacredly soul travel, meaning you're not astral traveling, so you're totally shielded and protected in your own, sort of in the womb of cosmic mother, right? So you have that divine protection from your sort of, I call them the galactic godparents and guardians, right? So you're traveling in cosmic mother's holy womb, sacred womb, in this space all around you where all the medicine is infused and diffused, all the plasmic, photonic, laser lights, all the advanced master healing technology, Reiki, all the traditions of healing, all modalities that have ever existed in this dimension and in all dimensions and even between worlds and universes. It's all right here in your own healing pod. So that's the beauty of this course too, is that each week I'm going to break it down to make it feel very doable, right? So that it doesn't feel like the information is going over your head, or it feels complex or unfamiliar or even scary. Quite the contrary. Actually, this is always a somatic, heart-based experience. So you're in your lower bodies like you are right now. You're really feeling fully embodied, but also expanded, connected to the higher quantum realms, where all healing, where all miracles, where all possibilities and potentialities exist. At the same time, you are plugging directly into the earth light source, where all the medical supplies can be materialized, I say before your very eyes, on the new earth vibration, right? And so this could be crystal healing, this could be plant medicine, aromatherapy, that comes directly from the clean, pristine air and oxygen underground, from the rainforest, flora, fauna, the ley lines, the timeline. So this is the emerald green earth medicine. So we need to be connected above us and below us. And this way you can thrive here. You can manifest a healthy, happy, and holy body, and really learn how to master feeling comfortable in the skin that you were born in. Because many of us just want to escape. We want to run away from this life because of all the accelerated, rapid changes, and it feels very ungrounding at times. The Schumann resonance on the earth is so high, and it's been spiking abnormally higher than it ever has. And that actually is okay, because for some of us, we need to be awakened to the truth of who we are and why we're here, so we can actually get to know and love ourselves again. And if we don't know and love ourselves, if we can't accept our shadows and our light, then we can't really ascend with ease and grace, because then our physical body, will just go to another planet or dimension. We won't be able to rise above this ascending earth, right? And we won't be able to be with Gaia as she ascends into the galactic core and the great central sun. And that's exactly what's happening. So we have to lighten our load. We have to be willing, at least, to feel safe in our bodies, in this beautiful body, and to live on light, to release all of that density and anxiety, all of the stress, the suppressed stress, suppressed sadness, swallowed tears. We have to really just be willing to have a look, do some self-inquiry exercises, and face the fear head on, because it's never as scary as we imagine it will be when we face ourselves, when we call in our highest self, our future selves, our healed selves, and we ask to merge with that bright light that we truly are. So we have to merge and integrate with all of the other versions of our soul that have been scattered, not only on this earth, but over the moon and in the stars, from our home planet and our birth star. So this is about ascension, integration, and revelation. This is about revealing the truth of who we are instead of hiding. So whatever, and this is also done with our free will and our free choice. And this can be done gradually, slowly, and gently, and safely and sacredly. Whereas if we remain sleeping and our DNA is dormant, and our magical, alchemical, like superhuman, siddhi superpowers are also sleeping and suppressed and hidden, because maybe there was a lifetime or many when you were burned at the stake, or for having these gifts and being so different and special and psychic and telepathic and all that. But now we can, with our conscious free will, right, from this creative, sacred space, we can take care of ourselves. We can doctor ourselves. We can master all of these energies and frequencies without the universe shaking us to the core in a very abrupt, less than kind or less than loving manner. We don't have to learn the hard way in this classroom of life. Once we gradually learn the tools and follow the signs of the universe and respect and honor our Earth Mother, as well as our galactic golden Gaia Mother, and take our powers back and live a sacred, sovereign life, that's when the magic begins. That's when the healing begins, because we already have everything inside of us anyway. So I hope that answers your question. Wow, there are lots more questions. Cool. Let's take a look. So Enid, thank you for joining us. Is it possible to have this earth wisdom as your soul's essence? And what can you say about this? Where does a person have to be successful in this training? Are there any prerequisites? I'm going to address every question, and thank you. Those are brilliant questions. Very intuitive you are. So there are no prerequisites. This course, this cosmic curriculum is open to all levels of soul space travelers. No matter how many healing modalities you've been trained in or certified in, this is completely different from any other course that you've ever taken. So wherever you are, just start there. And that doesn't mean that someone with more advanced earth training in this lifetime, in this timeline, will necessarily be more successful than someone who is a newbie, or thinks they're a newbie, but has just really forgotten, with that veil of amnesia covering their gifts and abilities and their awareness, right? So anyone of any level, it really is up to you. And it really is up to how you define the word success. So success doesn't necessarily translate to earth money, to like gold and silver, to finances. Success really in all the ancient traditions, Buddhism, Hinduism, they say success has to do with, and also in Sufism, how well you're liked and loved, and what people say behind your back, what people have to say about you, or when you die, like how many people honor your passing and come to your funeral. So to me, that is truly being a successful being, right? And successful means embodying this healing information, this technology, these healing treatments and processes to be your own success story, right? To pass on this knowledge and this wisdom to your children and your children's children, because everything is passed on from our ancestors anyway, the burdens and the blessings. And in this course, you'll also be introduced and reconnected to your spiritual and galactic ancestors, as well as your physical and biological ancestors and your bloodlines. Because in our bones and in our blood and in our marrow, in our very being, live our ancestors, the voices and the blessings and the gifts that we've inherited from our ancestors. And what we want to do is, help them as well. The more we step into our divine embodiment, the easier, faster, and better our ancestors can heal, because we know that these issues in our tissues, or these so-called human problems, didn't begin with us, didn't start with us. It started, if you look at your mother and father, just take a moment, close your eyes. What is that main problem, the challenge, the block that's been following you, that's been haunting you, that you can't seem to shake free of, or be free of, or unravel? What is that? And it probably started when you were around 3 or 4. What is that? The original, the roots, the core trauma in your soul, right? That started way before the womb. It started way before your human conception. And it's still vibrating in your first original 8 primordial cells. So what we do in this is we perform these quantum healing miracles, because we can't change an earth problem on earth. We have to consult with the higher beings in the quantum realms. And that is the only way that we can shift and uplift ourselves from this earthbound trauma, from the blocks, from the bondage, from the enslavement, from the illusions and the confusions and the chaos. That is the only way that we can rise above, right, this dense earth, right? And so successful, yes, depending on how you define success, yes, it can bring a secondary income or a passive income if you choose to either ask for a donation or to charge a set fee or a sliding scale. If you have an existing healing practice and you'd like to share this with your clientele, as a practitioner, yes, you'll be certified, and for sure you can do that. And if you don't feel that that's the right thing to do, you can be successful just collecting all these amazing testimonials. And I'm just so grateful, because more and more with Dr. Lorfan and with all of the Christed benevolent star doctors and spirit surgeons and soul recoverers, I'm getting so many beautiful testimonials. It blows me away too. It is something that is undefinable and inexplainable through our human word, speech, or our human understanding. human comprehension. It is because we're evolving, ascending into returning and embodying our divine humanity. So let me see. Is it possible to have this earth wisdom as your soul's essence? We're made of the earth, carbon-based materials, and also we're made of the stars. So we're composed of galaxies and seas of stars, stardust, star medicine, if you will. So our ancestors are Arcturian, are Palladian, are Sirian, are Andromedan or Lyran or Venusian. And so they are our ancestors. They are our helpers. You know, there are no accidents why all of these magical places and vortexes in the world exist, like Stonehenge and the vortexes in Sedona and all of those places that are just these ancient prehistorical civilizations existed. How would you explain that, right? So we carry earth wisdom because we're living on the earth. So we need the earth medicine, but the only thing that we're missing are the star minerals, vitamins, supplements, remedies, and antidotes to feed our star selves, our soul selves, our galactic angelic selves. So yes, we have both. And as ancient eternal souls, our essence is of the earth and the stars. And it's important, if you notice, there are so many healers in this, whatever you'd like to call it, New Age community. I don't like that term, but because it's none of this information is a secret and none of it is new. We're just evolving. We've already ascended and then we sort of fell, and now we're kind of climbing back up that spiral and that ladder, if you will, remembering our luminous, how to step into and recover and rebuild our luminous light bodies, to refuel ourselves, to live on liquid light or on starlight, which will diffuse the density, the heaviness, and the weightiness. That's why we float, we soak, we bathe. We're baptized and blessed in these sacred waters because we're 80% water. So we learn how to feel weightless and timeless. And we learn how to shape shift our bodies like we did thousands of years ago. And so many of my clients are saying, yeah, I used to do that. I used to be able to, if I felt like I wanted to redistribute my weight in certain parts of my body, or I wanted to internally beautify my skin, tone it, firm it, re-youth it, that I used to be able to do that. I remember I have that ancient DNA memory, right? In my star mind, in my higher mind. And I'm just here to re-remember how to do that, how to re-remember how to speak through my soul voice, my light language, and how to re-remember and retrieve my star gifts, to teleport, to levitate, to bilocate, to multidimensionally travel interdimensionally, wherever we need to recover parts of ourselves that are still hidden and lost in other timelines. In this way, we feel and we become whole, holy, and complete, right? Strong, gifted, guided, and our own masters and gurus, our own teachers. So let me read a few more, and then I'm going to get into the structure of the class. Do you know whether Dr. Laura Fenn was ever embodied? So that's a great question. So I'm going to start with the other Earth doctors, Dr. Fritz and Dr. Kahn. So Dr. Fritz, who came through, who actually lived in Germany, but you'll be learning all about him. He actually was a surgeon. And Dr. Khan also, who was in Eastern Europe and also helped soldiers in war times. And his training still continues. And there are a few healers on the planet who actually say that they embody him. He channels through healers and through me the art of dematerialization and also remanifestation or recreation. So he's the one that can help to shrink unnatural artificial growths or implants or imprints, things like that, artificially inserted devices, let's say, or astral entities that are, again, less than friendly, less than loving, or less than kind. They also, Dr. Fritz also specializes in extractions. So what he will do is, he'll actually go with your permission always, and you can always opt out. But with your permission, everything is gentle, non-invasive, where there is absolutely no pain like in physical surgery. And at the same time, these doctors are complements. They're not substitutions for traditional medical care, 3D healthcare, especially if you are diagnosed with a disease. So you want to continue taking the precautions, following your body's wisdom, of course, and you want to speed along or accelerate your rate of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual recovery, wound recovery with the higher dimensional, interdimensional divine healing intervention team. Or as one of my clients calls them, Dr. God or the God doctors. So these doctors actually they did have earthly lifetimes. Dr. Lorfen was introduced to me, came through, I became aware of him, and I should say he became aware of me. So it's always mutual. If it lasts more than a day, then there's something in it for everyone. And this gift, this blessing came through just my becoming aware of Dr. Joshua David Stone, who was a very famous Ascension teacher who is now in spirit. And just through another Ascension teacher that I had been working with for a few years. And I became aware of the Galactic physicians and surgeons, and it just felt more and more real. And then they started visiting me again. When I asked to take pain away, they told me what time it would happen, what to do to prevent pain, what type of diet, nutritional advice, like I said, even etheric acupuncture. So there are overlighting acupuncturists that perform etheric and esoteric needling. And for people who are very sensitive to physical acupuncture, like myself, this is very, very healing. And this will quickly, easily, effortlessly, and rapidly unlock those very dense, stubborn, chronic, lifelong, or ancestral blockages. And so this is great if your chakras are shut down, or if you're feeling depleted, or if you're feeling shut down or disconnected from source. So the etheric acupuncture will help with pain, with stress, with trauma, with trapped trauma or just buried, unaddressed feelings that you still haven't been able to express or deal with. And this happens mostly in dream time when they come and visit, but you'll learn in the course how to call them in. You'll become attuned to their energy and frequency so that you can instantly recognize and feel the shift when they enter your room, calling them into your bedroom, into your office, into your living space. And they'll clear, cleanse, purify, and detoxify you, but also feed you, spoon feed you with this soul medicine, whatever it is that you need, whatever nutrients or supplements, the vitamins, the star medicine are missing in your earth diet. It could be a liquid or it could be food. So you'll also be fed with mother's milk, with drops of bliss, which is amrita or ambrosia, honeycomb, nectar. So you'll be able to open your bindu chakras, your soma chakras, your third, fourth, and fifth eyes, your spirit eyes, and really see your life from a higher perspective, but really get clear on why you're here. So it's great for brain fogginess, sleeplessness, restlessness, insomnia, or just a general lethargic hopelessness, or even feeling helpless or disempowered. So these are very empowering tools. So yes, thank you. I think I've answered all of the questions. So what I'm going to do now, I just want to go over the 6 weeks. Yeah, so Ronald, I'm just going to go over the 6 weeks in the new copy that I have, but you can show this definitely. So if you want to follow along, the class starts at the end of this, at the end of September. It'll be on a Friday. It's broken down into 6 modules. Each class is live, so you get to play with me in the stars live. You'll get to pray with me and play with me and receive blessings and learn how to become a blessing giver yourself. And if you can make the live calls, which are at 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon, you can just listen and watch the replay, which will contain these healing embedded images, these sacred healing images, where they're all encoded with healing symbols. Some are Reiki, some are Tibetan, some are Japanese symbols. So they're from all, you know, every single tradition. So the symbols are embedded, and some of the classes you'll also be able to sort of raise your vibration a lot faster with these sacred solfeggio tones, these sound frequencies, because we know that this is really called vibrational medicine. It's energy medicine, and it's all inclusive. So why shouldn't you be able to take advantage and benefit and be blessed and bathed in, you know, in these higher realms on earth? Why shouldn't you be able to, you know, visit the healing hospital or the wound recovery emergency room or the rebirthing room? Or, you know, why shouldn't you have all of these soul specialists that you were assigned to at birth and pre-birth in one, under one roof, right? So it's sort of like how I see our future medical care system. So if we were living in Shambhala, where there is no pain, aging, death, or disease, we were living now in this dimension in the golden cities of eternal, immortal light. we would have all of our needs taken care of and provided for. There would be no worries about money or lack or any form of stress. Everyone would be sharing their truth, speaking their truth. There would be no hiding or stories or false beliefs. It would just be everyone sharing their unique gifts in a different way. Just like every doctor has their own specialty that they're trained in, that they excel in. And so I'm inviting you to experience your pure potential, but also the highest level of healing that we might not see in this lifetime, or we may, but we can invite this energy and this frequency to shift and uplift our vibration, to calm our nervous system, to soothe our stress, right? To release the cortisol, unhealthy stress, anxiety hormones, so we can rest, relax, and digest everything we've been through, not only in this life, but in all lifetimes, timelines, galaxies, and realities. And we can turn up that divine dial with our own intention, with our own dreams, visions, and desires, and see, trust, feel, and know that we are our own inner healers and that our body is already hardwired. It's in our DNA, right? In our trillions of cells, we've done this. We know how to heal ourselves. And the happier we are, the more joyful we feel, the more we get a chance to do our work, right? To love what we do and do what we love, the healthier we will become, the lighter we feel, the easier it will be to unzip ourselves from all of those 3D blocks and burdens and cloaks, coverings of invisibility. The easier it'll be to drop the false masks, right? And the veils that cover what we see, who we are, so we don't have to be trapped in a 3D world. So week 1 is about 3D human armor removal, old earth density detox, dissolving false identities, releasing suppressed stress, and about the art, the alchemical art of unwinding. And I'll teach you how to do that, how to unwind lies, loops, and stories. Unwind, unravel them, shrink them, dissolve them, melt them with this plasmic photonic starlight from your home planet, from your birth star, from planet Arcturus and star Sirius. And week 2 is about the art of how to actually safely and sacredly, sovereignly soul travel in our own healing pod, right, which is our safety net, and how to travel from our heart space, how to drop completely out of our minds and become no mind or no thing, and really slip into that sweet spot, that sacred space between our thoughts, where we're just ease, grace, and space. And in week 2, you'll also learn how to call in, invite, invoke your own team. Because depending on what you're experiencing, if it's a physical challenge, if it's an emotional stressor or drainer, if it's a spiritual bypassing where you somehow think or were told that if you just bypass all of the suppressed stress and hidden wounds that are still vibrating in your cells, in your body, in your blood, if you just spiritually bypass that and just connect with your angels and archangels, that somehow you can avoid that and go straight into ascension. So I'm coughing this out because it's simply not the way ascension works. Ascension is not an overnight quick fix. Ascension does not mean that we don't make human mistakes or repeat cycles of pain and struggle. Ascension doesn't mean that we can opt out in a minute. We need to continue doing the work, the self-inquiry, the self-healing. And we have thousands of benevolent, kind, compassionate, Christed doctors, surgeons, shamans, every kind of specialist, divine dentist, ophthalmologist, neurologist, psychologist, whatever type of specialty an earth doctor is trained in, that they only practice that modality. When you visit the quantum realms in these quantum healing hospitals and treatment facilities, everyone is there. So you'll go in and your soul will be scanned. Your contracts will be read. You'll meet your divine diagnosticians. They're going to diagnose. You're going to consult. You're going to learn how to speak with them, give them everything, all the worries, all the fears, and let Dr. Lorfan and the team just really extract all of those deeply rooted core fears, so that you don't have to hold all of that density and intensity in your mind, body, heart, spine, gut, and nervous system. So this is about letting go of the earth bondage, the earth ties, the attachments, physical or non-physical, clearing ancestral karmic patterns, programs, contracts, unlocking chakra blocks, but this is all in the human body, in your field, in your system, in your entire beings, but also feeling grounded, safe, strong, and stable, so you don't walk around feeling ungrounded or imbalanced or just sort of not quite like yourself because of all the galactic core light that is flooding through our cores. That the more heaviness and the more density your mind carries and your body stores, the more unsafe and unwell you'll feel. So that's a very important piece of this. So unlocking the chakra blocks and empathically inherited energies from the earth grids, from all earth inhabitants that live presently on the earth, from the consciousness of the earth, from the bodies of the earth, from our earth mothers, from the elementals, our earth guardians, from the devas, the fays, fairies, pixies, the minerals, the plant kingdoms, the animals, right? We need to make peace with everyone and everything, because we are supported on the earth and also divinely supported and held. Week 3 is about awakening to your hidden star gifts, accelerating to your ascension, accelerating in this ascension awakening activation, shifting into your cosmic conscious creative awareness. So a lot of us have blocks in our kundalini, which block our sacred, safe sexuality, intimacy, creativity. So, you know, that's really important too. If you want to thrive in New Earth abundance and rebirth the New Earth together as the 144,000, if not more, light workers, which you all are, or else you wouldn't be on this call. So it's important, if you want to really If you're having trouble, challenges manifesting, creating, we have to recreate and reinvent ourselves, our true, authentic selves. If you're struggling in any way, shape, or form, it's because you are resisting the changes. You're resisting the forward movements to move into your highest ascension timeline. Or you're trying to make the old paradigm still work in this new paradigm. So there is either the alternate Earth or the 5D Earth. And we're already in the 5D Earth now. There is no 3D Earth anymore. So we have to sort of get with the program. Well, we don't have to, but we can choose that. Like I said, the less toxicity we hold, the more light can flow through us. The more life force can feed us, nurture, nourish us, serve us, support us, expand us, help us, and heal us. This is why we use the laser lights, the infrared technology in the spirit surgeries. Excuse me. So a week, let's see, we have week 4, which is all about raising, week 3, awakening to your hidden star gifts, accelerating ascension process, shifting into your awareness, thriving here, new earth abundance, planetary abundance, communicating with your earth allies and your zodiac angels at the same time. And we have raising your vibrational frequency as week 4. How exactly do you raise your vibration if you live with other people who are still not getting it and still not feeling the shifts, the planetary ascension shifts, and not really getting what's happening behind the scenes, not understanding it? And this is why it's important not to take on other folks, family members, lovers, friends, partners, children's, parents, influences. And so very important for empaths. You want to raise your vibrational frequency. Learn how to do that. You'll learn how to do that in these classes. So meaning that you're going to be in this magical multidimensional healing pod where nothing of a lower vibration can reach you, touch you, affect you, or influence you. It's also about seeing, hearing, sensing, and recognizing your own divine guidance and wisdom, right? Knowing that this is yours. This is not coming from generational influences or the voices of your ancestors. This is your soul truth, your soul essence, your soul's guidance. And the more you pay attention to your own divine guidance, how it feels, and you're not in your mind, you're in your heart, you're in your gut, you're in your body, your intuitive guidance system, the easier and the better and the brighter your light can shine, and the more joy you can experience and embody. So revitalizing, energizing your dormant DNA, your life force energy, which comes from the earth, but it also comes from the stars. Like I said, the old systems are broken, are breaking down, are collapsing. The old timelines, so many, more and more, are just collapsing. And you don't want to feel that you don't have that safe, fertile earth under your feet. Because we still do, but it's a higher vibrational, higher dimensional earth. So you want to make sure that you plant your feet to grow new seeds, to root, right? Your invisible roots, to really ground and anchor this light onto the new earth realms, right? So that you can feel safe and secure here. Yeah, so manifesting magical possibilities as a paradigm shifter, as a heart awakener, healing other people's lives who feel lost, who feel alone, who feel unworthy, who have shut down their gifts and magical abilities. Remember, this is about practical alchemical magic. It's everything is doable, fixable, healable, and resolvable. It's also about restoring any soul loss. So this is interdimensional shamanic soul retrieval as well. Rebirthing your star self, healing your inner child, retrieving, all of the parts of your innocence that might be hidden in other realms or dimensions or other lifetimes. So it's about restoring you fully back online in, really receiving all the updates, all the upgrades in your own operating system, consciously, creatively, and with ease and grace. So this is about restoring all of the parts of you that had to serve, that in order to survive, broke off and away, left home, ran away from home, the home of your own body temple. But you being the divine mother and father of your own inner child, this is when the self-parenting comes, when you get to rear and raise yourself as a healthy, present, proper parent. So if you've had, and most of us have had, not the best childhood, from imperfect, immature, or distracted, or addicted parents, or parents who were narcissistic, or didn't, or were wounded themselves, you get to reparent your own child, your own inner child's playfulness, joyfulness, innocence, and presence in your own holy womb, your mother chakra, your Shri Yantra. So that's a big, big piece of us that's missing. And the reason why we don't feel that it's our birthright, or we don't feel it's our spiritual inheritance to give ourselves permission to enjoy even being here. And this is why we never seem to get enough rest, why we put other people's needs first, why we become these incessant caretakers and caregivers, and we forget or neglect ourselves. So with the help of your galactic godparents and you as your own body's spirit guide, guardian, and caretaker, we're turning all of this around and coming full circle back home to you, so that this part of you feels that he or she truly belongs here. So you can once again become a conscious contributor and full participant in this dimension, on this earth realm. So week 5 is about meeting your star doctors and the members of your team, your divine dream team, deepening your connection to your star gifts, your avatar abilities, so that you can teleport, levitate, soul travel. You can shift, you can shape shift your body, you can transform, transmute, recycle, and repurpose anything and everything that no longer serves or supports you in this dimension. And maybe hiding did serve and support you. Maybe stuffing your feelings with emotional eating patterns and bad habits like that were based on self-sabotage, that were self-destructive. Maybe they did soothe your nerves and calm your brain, and maybe it was a temporary fix, whatever your drug of choice was in this earth realm, but now it no longer serves and supports you, right? So now we need to access different, greater, tools of multidimensional awareness. So week 5 is about activating your cosmic awareness, opening, awakening your spirit eyes, your multidimensional spirit sight, expanding into your heart's Merkaba, your luminous light body, holding 100% pure light, pure holy light. You'll be learning prayers and mantras and yantras, so you can actually hold and embody 100% pure light in your cells, in your chakras, and in your divine DNA. So that's week 5. And the last week is about the art of frequency floating and bathing in crystal light. It's about reparenting your Christed child in the cosmic womb, retrieving your star magic, your energy, returning others' energies, and retrieving your energy. And it's also about opening and awakening your telepathic true nature, rebirthing your true self with divine doulas, timeline transformers, and etheric acupuncture. So you'll actually be attuned to the needles so that you can learn how to charge your own needles with your divine desire, your healing intention that can never do harm, that can never hurt or harm yourself or others, as long as you're coming from a pure heart. And you can work on yourself, and with permission from others, you can work on them also with these needleless, microscopic, holy needles. And these needles are bathed in holy waters, in herbs, with plant medicine, with liquid light, indigo light, golden and platinum light. Some of them are warm, some of them are cool, some are electrical, some are manual, depending on how your energy needs to shift. For example, if you're in underwhelm, so you might want to request from your overlighting acupuncturist specific etheric acupuncture sessions that will energize you. If you're very tired, if you haven't been sleeping well, or you haven't been living well, and you're overworked and overstressed, and your adrenals are overstimulated, this will, you know, that's another case where you might want to ask for a different type of procedure, where the needles contain the type of medicine, laser lights, and quantum healing technology to calm you down to actually de-adrenalize you from hypervigilance and hyperarousal. You know, when your nervous system feels just frazzled and hypersensitive, and maybe you've experienced and now are experiencing symptoms, signs of ADD or PTSD. And again, none of this is your fault. It's all ancestral. It didn't start with you. It's intergenerational. So like I said, when you're taking care of yourself, your ancestors are also healing these patterns at the same time. So just know that you can always customize your healing remedies, your cosmic prescriptions. And that is the 6-week program. It's about healing and sealing also energy leakages, soul loss, disempowerment, earth stress, in all timelines, lifetimes, galaxies, realities, rebirthing your highest, truest self, your essence, your true nature. And that is the only energy and frequency that can survive in this light, in this reality. So let's see. Let me go back to the chat and see if anyone has any other questions, because we're gonna I just want to tell you how you can actually register for the call, but I also want to take you through just a mini attunement, galactic healing attunement, so you can really feel a bit more intimate and closer, and really feel that divine, loving, warm, supportive presence from your galactic guides and guardians, because they're already here. So if you don't have any other questions right now, let me take a look. Yes, Lisa. Lisa says, I like gentle and safe healing. I don't want to learn the hard way anymore. And the good news is that you don't have to learn the hard way anymore. Everything should be easier and faster. And we know that because of the ramped up, activated and accelerated energies in these timelines now that are unfolding, these magical timelines, as soon as we have a thought, it's happening outside of us in the outside world, right? You'll start receiving immediate signs and confirmations and validations more than ever before, right? I mean, how many of you have noticed that you have a thought, and like wherever you are, like whatever you're thinking or feeling, somehow you're just attracting that, and it just happens faster and faster. So it's really, really important for us. Yeah, it's really important for us to watch, to be the observer and the witness from a higher plane, from the inner subtle causal realms. I say that Dr. Lorfan, it was told to me that he is in the inner realms in Shambhala. And then there are also all of the, you know, the assistants, the Arcturians, who carry this advanced healing technology that cannot exist in this level of density. So this is why it's so important to call upon them. So Ronald, let's start with a little slideshow for the next few minutes. And you're welcome, Enid. So beautiful. So just close your eyes and see if you could drop down into your heart space, and with your breath, take 3 deep breaths, slow, full, soft and serene, luminous light breaths. Very easy, very open breaths. And breathe into your open, luminous lungs, the living light, the nameless light, the source light from above you and from below you. And just send that light with your divine healing will, your intention, and let it move, flow, spiral, radiate all the way up, down, through, and around you with 100% pure, living, breathing, luminous light. And the light can be gold, can be platinum. Right now it's a Syrian and an Arcturian light. So you're probably feeling this mist, this vapor, this very soft starlight, space dust. Just allow yourself to be space, and just allow these golden orbs and spheres of diamond dancing light to open and expand you. And breathe that light up to energize you with new life, energy, and vitality. At the same time, the light above you is melting and dissolving all of the armor. So just step out, unzip and step out of all of the 3D coats and cloaks of armor. Allow those false masks to just drop off and away from the entirety of you, and let it just fall to your feet. Just shake off all of the heaviness, the burdens, the blocks, the densities, the earth problems, the waste, the toxic waste, the earth shame and blame, all the earth games. Let all of that go. Allow yourself to just be divinely escorted, held and supported by your divine healing team, galactic godparents, guardians coming in on the starship, the Arcturian starship called the Anthena. So now you're surrounded by a lavender, violet light. Archangel Michael is here, dropping this golden dome above your crown, surrounding your entire living space, your bodies, your fields, surrounded by a triple shield of universal protection and a magical alchemical cauldron of violet, lavender, fire. And just allow any fake or false, inauthentic parts of you, storylines, allow all of that to just fall into that fire. And we have Saint Germain, Lady Portia, your karmic record keepers from the earth and the stars. And just breathe in that beautiful divine light, cleansing, clearing, purifying, detoxifying you. Allow yourself to be held in the arms of Cosmic Mother, to be held, adorned, cherished, and loved. Beautiful. And let's go to the next slide. Just feel that love, feel the shift, inviting in your highest selves, your Christed, magical, happy, healthy, holy, playful, joyful child self. And allow all the versions of you as you grew up to rejoin you, to merge with you, to come back home to you, all the parts of you that you've disowned, denied, ignored, resisted, refused, or gave away. All the parts of you that were taken away. Allow them, all these parts of the happy, healthy yous, all the other 11 soul versions of you, the true you, the updated, upgraded you, to return, to come back home, welcoming this part of you back home where this part of you truly belongs. This part of you was surely missed. So breathing this part of you back in and allowing yourself to be placed inside of this safety net, this safe, womb-like, warm, soothing, comforting, nurturing pod of light. And this contains Dr. Lorfan's medicine, the Arcturian laser light technology and geometries, restructuring, recalibrating, allowing your cells to shapeshift and morph, to evolve and ascend into crystalline, into your crystalline body of light. And all the colors of rainbow lights are helping to flood out and flush out all debris, density, and dis-ease from your chakras, from your cells, from your DNA, from your nervous system, from your adrenals, from the liver, kidneys, colon, the intestines, from your digestive system now, your immune system now, receiving laser light surgery, with violet light, violet lit healing hands. So all of the doctors, diagnosticians, technicians, nursing you back to health. And just feel the lights, the orbs, columns, pyramid-shaped crystal structures, cubes, triangles, spheres, flowers of life and light, restructuring and resetting, recreating, recalibrating you from the inside out. Allow this heat from the suns, from the stars, from the liquid silver lunar light to warm you, to soothe you, to uplift you and shift you. And now just allow yourself to stretch out, lean in and lie back, open, soften, and receive crystals underneath you, divine doulas around you, the rebirthers, the timeline transformers, spirit surgeons, the soul trauma team. Whatever wound needs to be healed, resolved, digested, is now being taken care of, even if you don't know where the wounds are hidden. So just feel that the Arcturian medical assistants, the Almas, are here in your sacred living space, in dream time and in all of your timelines. And the angels and archangels, the archaeas, divine masculine, sacred feminine, counterparts, complements, male, female, angels, archangels, archaeas, the angels of surgeries, and the spirit realms, the solar systems, the suns behind the suns, the indigo, violet, and golden suns, the invisible suns, and the warm rays, physical and spirit rays, the God rays of the suns coming in, coming through, awakening and uplifting you, awakening your sleeping self in this new earth paradigm, in your divine human embodiment. Beautiful. All right. And now the medical symbol is moving through you, above you, below you, in front, back, left, and right, healing your sacred masculinity and divine femininity, healing all male and female disempowerment wounds. Allowing yourself to come back into balance and presence, aligning with the divine on planet Earth. And now allow all your chakras to light up, to align, awaken, activate, to spin, to move, to flow, to restore your life force energy and new earth vitality in divine humanity with integrity and authenticity. So you can feel safe just being you, living your life, doing what you love, loving what you do, following your joy, trusting that you are here for a reason, a greater reason, not just a season. So just allow yourself to unfold and unwind and really relax, rest, and digest all you've been through. Dr. Lorfan working on you now, radiating, beaming columns of rose frequencies. This is the light of love, extracting your core fear and infusing you with core love, with the core love vibration, core love infusion. Allow yourself to breathe that in, and the next in breath all the way in through the top of you, the front of you, the back of you, the sides of you, and every part and particle of you. Breathing in this love infusion through the pores of your skin. These particles of dancing light, spinning light, and now choose a place where you can receive just one divine needleless needle. It feels so light and gentle and non-invasive. It feels so honoring and so safe, so gentle that you don't feel a thing. But at the same time, it's allowing others' energies that you've empathically absorbed and stored that are not true and are not you to drain, discharge, dissolve, and release through your chakras, nadis, meridians, through the front and back of you, the left and right of you. And this needle is just opening up the tension, the stress, the blocks, the stiffness, the soreness, giving you that space to breathe and be and just embody your divine light body again. So releasing the pain, the stress, the struggle, the withholding, and allowing yourself to decompress, to rest and digest, to reassess who you are and why you're here, to get clear, crystal clear on your life purpose, your soul mission, to know and love yourself free of false realities. And allow your chakras, meridians, nadis, calling in Archangel Metatron, the Mahatmas, Melchizedek, Lord Katumi, Jwal Kul, all of the masters, Syrian star masters, shamans, hunas, kahunas, the blessers, the forgivers, the transmuters, the recyclers, the waste collectors, whatever it is that you need to let go of, but whatever will be easiest for you to return to the authentic you, and just breathe all of those yous that you left behind back now in through the front and back of your heart, your solar plexus, your dantian hara, your physical or energetic womb space, sacred space, to recreate yourself all over again and feel all of your chakras. Lord Melchizedek is just combing, brushing, smoothing all of your meridians down, brushing off all of the sludge, the debris, the waste, the dust, the cobwebs of confusion, lifting, parting the curtains, the veils of illusion, opening the throat, opening your Vishuddha, your Ajna, your Bindu, your Soma, your Galactic Ascension chakras, the palms of your hand, the soles of your feet, all of your nervous systems, parasympathetic nervous systems, amplifying, energizing, awakening the happy, healthy, whole and holy hormones, the oxytocins, melatonins, and just allow yourself to feel your feelings. We're going to come back into your body, thanking Dr. Lorfan, thanking your Amma teams, thanking the spirit surgeons, divine doctors, soul recoverers, and thanking your highest, greatest self for leading the way on this day to your true divinity, your true soul self. So let's take a moment to just soak up this sweetness in this sacred stillness and silence. We're just going to come back to one important thing. You can come back to the slide, Ronald, now. And I invite you to really ask your inner and outer guides, your inner and outer gurus, teachers, your own inner multidimensional magical master who knows what's best for you. Ask your body's wisdom now. If I take this class, will this expand my life in the next month, in the next year, in the next 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50 years of my precious existence? Can I become even greater than I imagine myself to be now? Can I become an even greater contribution on this planet, in this golden era, in this Aquarian age of ascension? Can I be the greatest gift that humanity has ever seen? Can I start with myself? Can I love myself that much that I can see, I can clearly see with my spirit vision, with my divine eyes, that this is a gift and blessing, whether in disguise or not, and that all of your divine helpers, healers, doctors in the hidden healing hospitals, in Shambhala, in the Great White Lodge, are all already awaiting for me to just say yes, so that I can embody this magical and miraculous multidimensional medicine for myself, for my loved ones, for all sentient suffering souls, for the living, for the dying, and for those who are dying and living, meaning living beings that are slowly dying, and not because of physical disease, but because of the mind. Meaning somebody who's not thriving, creating, is slowly evaporating and dying. And when you recreate yourself and rebirth and resurrect your true star self, that's when you can leave behind this legacy, this luminous legacy. And when it does come time to leave the planet, you can feel good about what you've done for yourself and others. vibrating not from fear, but from love. So Ronald, would you like to scroll down a little bit? And if you have any questions, I'm here for the next few minutes, but I just want to show you the dates. September 27th, October 4th, 11th, 18th, 25th, and November 1st. 6-week certification program. You will receive everyone that participates, whether live or on the replay, if you can't make the live calls. And I understand some of you won't be able to because you live in a different time zone, in a different country, or perhaps, you know, there might be another reason. Maybe you're working and you just can't make it during that time. The replays are just as powerful, organic and evergreen. And the second time around, or sometimes even more powerful. And you can listen as many times as you want to the replays of each week's recording. But you will be with me. You get to be with me and play with me as your galactic guide every single week for 2 hours. So that's 12 hours of galactic guardianship and galactic healing. You can make a one-time payment, a 2-time payment, or a 3-time payment, whatever is easiest for you. I want this to be a no-brainer, no pun intended, so that everyone can benefit and be blessed and really have their life back, take their life back. So Ronald is sharing in the chat box. So everyone who's still live with me on the call, have a look at the chat box and you can learn more. You can sign up right now if divinely guided to. And please know that you can always send me a private email. Everyone will receive the replay. So if you missed any part of this, don't worry, you'll have a chance to watch it again. Does anyone have any other questions before taking the plunge and diving into these very safe, sacred waters? I'm going to wait for a moment. You can click on that link. Can everyone tell me if that link is working for you? Under the participants box, you can just raise your hand. I think there's a little hand icon. Just let me know. And if the link is working and you'd rather just chat it in, just to let me know that it's working. Thank you, Danny. Please let me know. I just want to make sure the link is working so you can visit the link, read more, and really pay close attention to your divine guidance, to the wisdom of your own body's mind, right? To your intuitive guidance system knows if this is going to benefit, serve you, expand you, support you, and bless your entire lives and the lives of your loved ones who also benefit, because the higher your vibration is, then you lift up everyone else into the higher realms. You lend that helping hand to everyone who may be stuck, suffering, and disempowered. To everyone who isolates themselves or, you know, is shut down, you are the one that can help pull up humanity, lift up people, pull them up from the quicksand, from the mud, from the sludge, the debris and density of the old humanity, of 3D density. So thank you, Mary. The link is working. Thank you for sharing. Yes, thank you. And you're welcome, Mary. Thank you, Sigline. I'm happy the link is working. And I really look forward to playing with you all in each week's class and this certification program that I'm so excited about. If you have any questions, Ronald, can you just message my email address to everyone? It's vanzanalighthealing@gmail.com. I'm super excited and just lit up because this work, these teachings, this wisdom, this grace is a compilation over the last 6 years of accelerated light, transformational healing energy. And it's gotten so high vibrational that people are experiencing just miraculous shifts literally like after one session. So imagine how much positive, conscious, creative change you can experience from the inside out over the next 6 weeks of your life, your precious life. So I look forward to playing with you all in the coming weeks, and I am grateful for your presence on this earth in my life. I wish you all namaste. I bow to your grace, and I wish you the greatest blessings today and every day. May you all be blessed, happy, and free. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to send me a private email. If you're confused about any part of the program, namaste, Mary, just let me know, and I'm happy to answer more questions as they may come up for you. So thank you all for being with me and playing, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye for now.